Hello, everyone. I was about to sneeze before I came on here. I'm just like, so I was trying to hold this sneeze back. So, welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining me for Saturday, September 18th. I'm going to double check to make sure. Yeah, it is September 18th. No, is it? Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Too funny. Too funny. So, thank you, everybody, for joining me. Um, grab your coffee. I love this mug. I've washed it out. Um, I like the little one with she has the little green bottle there, little spells, and then the next one with the pumpkin. And on the little green bottle there on this side, oh, you gonna see my lipstick. On this side, there's a little spider, and on this one there is no spider. So I find that interesting. So I love their whimsical little ways and cute little witches. The little cat down there by the potion, just protecting, and this cat don't have no potion. So just enjoying. So grab your coffee. For me, it's coffee. For you, it might be water or tea. I do have water, or it might be a cup of tea. Um, Yeah, I mean, I just looked outside and the clouds are just rolling in. It was so warm this morning on my walk, and I mean warm. It was, and there wasn't any clouds. It was pretty nice. These clouds are looking pretty dangerous out there, pretty grayish. So, but I wanted to come in this morning. I was, just did a little spiel and stuff. Like I find my Instagram live is more my morning therapy to just like blah. And because there's just so much intensity, I wanted to come in with affirmations today and look at things about affirmation. Affirmations I feel are important. In Journey Club, we go into affirmations. To me, affirmations are the pavement of your road of what you're telling yourself. And it's important to really take a look at how you are, talking about yourself, and even how you're feeling with the craziness of this energy at this time. And one of the ones that I heard today, and as I was going through some affirmations, is I am united. And I thought, oh, wow, what a beautiful affirmation. I am united. And I am united. And from there, I got, I am whole and holy. I love that. When I was studying with Suzanne Weed, that is one of the things she's always said to us when we were studying our herbology, was saying that you are whole and holy. You are whole and you are holy. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You're always whole and holy. And remembering that, and then this one that came in, I am united. I'm united with who I am. I'm united with the light that is within me that shines upon this world. I am united. I'm united with all that I do. And sometimes within that being united, it is the feeling, maybe feeling alone, because I think that's one of the, even though I live with my family and, my husband, is that I often feel very alone in what I do, and feeling very much a minority with my beliefs. And I've always been a minority with my beliefs. As a teenager, I would say things and they'd just sort of look at me. I was never in the in club or the in group, with all the ones. I was the misfit. I was the one, I'm the shortest one in my family. My sisters are 6 feet. Well, they'll tell you 5'10" and 5'11". Okay, whatever. My brothers are over 6 feet. My father was over 6 feet. It was my mother and I. And I think she was maybe a little taller than I am. I'm only 5'3". Like I'm not very tall at all. And I'm a lot rounder than the rest of my family. So I was always different in what I said. I was always very unique in the way that I did things. I love to, for me, it was going through magazines and figuring out what I was going to wear, and going to the Salvation Army, or the not Sally Ann's. It was called Sands, Sands, Sanaaan. Anyways, it was a low end um, shop for buying clothes, or wool. It was Woolworths. Anyways, I would go there and I would scour, and I would take my 17 magazine, and I wanted to find this uniqueness, and to find, this is what I loved. And being the minority with my beliefs is something that's always has. And firm in the beliefs, and with that, allowed me to become firm with my own beliefs and who I am. It's helped me to be united with me. It has helped me to know that, yeah, sometimes things are lonely, right? Best. Lisa, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, it was. It had everything. It was just such a cool store. Anyways, I would go. I love it when somebody knows what I'm talking about. It's just so cool. It's this is where not a lot will agree with me. And I find that, even especially now, I am in a minority where a lot of people don't believe with what I say and believe within my beliefs. But I think I'm in really good company with people who are in that minority, and who are in that minority um, throughout generations in the world. And I'm not going to classify myself with some of the greats, but it is that being in that, know in my heart it is in the right place. And it is the place I am. Sometimes and as I say, I may feel alone at times, but I like me. I do. I like me. I like my quirkiness. I like my individuality. I like not being the one who sticks out. The thing is that I don't like to, when people are wearing, they're all wearing the same type of clothes or something, I'd be like, I don't think I want to wear that anymore. Or if I saw somebody wear that sort of something similar to what I would be wearing, I wouldn't wear it again. Because to me, it wasn't that uniqueness. And it took me a long time to figure out what that is. Same with the spiritual community. When I see people jumping on a bandwagon on different spiritual things, I'm like, I gotta take a step back. There was I knew Reiki was something, because when I took Reiki wasn't trendy, but I knew I had a calling to activate what was within me, and that's what Reiki does. And I feel for spirituality and stepping into a lot of things for your own spiritual road. Not that you may not even use it again, but at least getting that activation of the Reiki, of awakening that light to brighten inside you even more. And when I saw different things coming in, when people started doing bars, and bars just took off, and many people went on that, and that's fine, cool. I didn't. It wasn't. I just didn't feel right. Or Akashic Records, and I sort of got into the Akashic Records, and I'm just like, that's really not my thing. I could do past life regressions, and I can help people there, but it wasn't my thing. It's not that I don't do it. It's not that I can't do it, but it isn't mine. It isn't my thing. So finding and going through, and some of the times when I was going through these different transitions, and even I went in and I really got into, I'm going to call it the cultish Doreen Virtue Angel Group, because that's just the way to be. And that's going to tune you and brighten you, and you're going to get so much more information, right? So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. But I found out, being in that, I just found like, whoa, there's some crazy people in here, and they're not angelic as what they say they are. But I had to discover that. Like through through the past several years, within my whole journey, my whole road that I've taken ever since I was little. I mean, I used to get in trouble for just I got and I tell this I mean, I tell this story, but I got in trouble for in catechism class. Now, catechism class is like religious ed for Catholics. It's called catechism. And so we had to go to catechism at least once a week. But I would get in trouble because I would ask. I would ask questions. I wanted to know. Like, when she would be talking about the 12 apostles, I'd be saying, but where are the girls? Like, why aren't there any girls here? Like, where are the girls? Like, where are the women? Like, they didn't talk about the women in some of the stories. And I'd ask, and of course I'd get in trouble that the girls are there or something. Or she'd give me some kind of excuse, and then I'd have to go sit and down in sort of the office with the head sister because I'd ask questions. I wanted to know. Like I knew there was something more than what they were telling me. I knew there was something else. And so I was inquisitive, and I was the kid out of the whole family that would frustrate my father in church and at mass because I'd ask questions. I'd be like, well, if he's making that transformation of the gifts, when does that happen? Does it happen as soon as he holds it up? And I'd be asking all of these questions because I found when I went to mass and the transformation of the gifts, the blessing, the consecration of the gifts, I would be so into that. And I'd be like, yeah, it's now. Like, because it's such a spell. Like when you look at the whole mass. So it is like this giant spell that's happening. And people are, you don't dare use that word, but I was just so like, wow, this is so cool. But in asking some of those questions, it was like, you're not supposed to ask. You're not supposed to be that inquisitive. You are just supposed to accept what is. And so being that minority, I found through my life and through where I am now, I am united. I am united with who I am. I am whole and I am holy with who I am. And honoring that of who I am. And this is where being in that minority of me, of my beliefs and how I do the things that I do, puts me into a mindset that I feel there's wisdom that comes from this mindset. There's wisdom that comes from this uniqueness of me. And it's that acceptance of that weakness. It's an acceptance of those parts that others might get very frustrated with, that it's okay. That is, and then the thing is, being in the majority, people are like, well, yeah, but I want to be in the majority. And I'm just like, but there's something of freedom, of being your uniqueness, of standing in your unique divinity of who you are, is the freedom that allows for you to fly. And sometimes in doing that, sometimes what happens is that, even within my marriage, I didn't marry where my family would say I was marrying up, according to them. But that was fine. I stepped into where I knew was my uniqueness. And the next one is that I love myself. I love all my bumps and wiggles and jiggles. Yeah, I know I do get down. Yeah, I had to go through, and sometimes it pops up where things trigger me in my eating and in my disorder that I had when I was a teenager. I remember I knew I needed iron. So I would only eat raisins because raisins had iron. I'd only eat raisins. And then I would eat raisins with spinach because spinach had, iron as well. But in my mindset, I'm getting my nutrition, yet it was where I had to it was this crazy mindset of letting me know that it's okay when I eat certain things. It's okay that I can have a slice of pumpkin loaf. It's okay that I can sit and just, have my spaghetti and have a glass of wine, and it's fine. And I am not that what is on the scale. That I have to love myself, and that whatever else that's out there, is not defined of who I am. So I have to come into that unity, that wholeness, and that holiness, and coming into that love. It is a constant. It is constant. It is something that is um, allowing me to come into this part of me. And it is a relearning of who I am, and bringing truth. And sometimes when I say things and people are like, yeah, oh my God, that's so truthful, I resonate with that. It's that distant memory that I triggered within you. It's already there. I just turned that light on for you. Or you do the same with me. You say something and you just like, oh yes, I get that. And this is where, we are all going through transitions right now. And we are all going through these crazy transitions within ourselves. And this is where we start to look around and say, who do I need? Am I equipped for all of this? Or do I need to bring somebody in who is equipped, who can help me? Right? It's like if I needed cookies off the top shelf, I'm who am I going to ask? I'm not going to ask, maybe my mother at the time. I'm going to ask my brother who is 6'5" to get the cookies off the top shelf because he could reach, right? So not all people are equipped, and that's okay, because if you were all equipped then with everything that you needed, then how would you be participating in this earth walk that you've come here to walk and be a part of? And this is where, as we're going along our road, and sometimes as we're going along our road, we are going along our road and it is lonely. We're on our road by ourselves. And or it is when we have to find a new tribe, and we have to find something new, or find some new people. And that's what, as I was going through things, I would be discovering, oh well, no, I don't jive with these people. They can go and do what they need to do. I don't jive over here. I'm not a full, like, even when I go into some of the pagan and witchy groups, I don't jive with everybody there. It's just like, it's not my thing. Not all of it's my thing. And that's okay. That's okay. Because everybody has an idea. It has to be a certain way. It has to be set in a certain energy or idea. But no, because I love myself for my own uniqueness, for my own piece of being my own minority. And we may have to, take off those old wings, clip them, and then we're going to grow and we're going to put on some new ones. And those new ones might be bigger and more brighter and take us up higher than we ever thought we would go before. And that's part of this journey that we're on. And our new set of wings to grow and fly to even greater heights than what we ever thought we would. And allowing for this spiritual massage of energy to be in the present of serving our love and foundation in a world that may feel all over the place. And it does. This world feels it's chaotic and it's crazy. And this is where when we come into that unity, we're coming into where we're not separating, we're uniting. And it's having this sturdiness in our foundation that we don't know about tomorrow. We don't. And whatever you can breathe in today to help you with your tomorrow is so important. Don't put off, the saying, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Tomorrow you don't know. friend of mine whose father who just passed away, he had no idea his dad was going to pass away on Saturday. Had no idea. And last Saturday, his father passed away. And he's been still doing his thing, still doing his work, and still showing up. And I get that because that's definitely how I work too. But there's other things that have to be done. I mean, now he has to take over his dad's estate and setting up everything for the funeral and everything what that pertains, and making sure that his stepmom is going to be okay. And this is all like, it's what, you can call it the black swan, but this is the energy that can come in. You don't know. Like, or another another one is like, he was going to put out his video, and then he went to his car. He's been having car troubles. He's got to just get a new car. He's got to just bite the bullet and trade it in, baby. But his car wouldn't start. There was battery problems. 2 weeks ago, there was transmission. He got a whole new transmission put in. This week, it's the battery or something else. Anyways, so he had to Uber him and his daughter to the school. Like, wow, okay, and then he had to Uber back home, and then he had to go and get the car, to the garage. And so there's all of these things that showed up that he totally wasn't expecting. So you don't know, right? So if there's things that you have to do today, make sure you do them. Because a struggle or an opportunity, the thing is, tomorrow there might be a struggle, or there might be a great opportunity that comes your way that you just were not expecting. And it's like, bang, a door is opened. Or the love of your life, something could show up that you weren't expecting. So close your day off with truth and grace. You have the power, and the power is your responsibility. That's what power is. Power is responsibility, of being in your responsibility of what it is that you need to do. And taking care of ourselves, our loved ones. And responsibility is adulting. And sometimes, man, we don't want a fucking adult. Sometimes that is just too much to handle. But this is where the jobs deep down inside, we just know we need to get them done. And space, be in a space. Sometimes you're going to be in spaces that you don't like. You're going to be in energy that just does not feel right. But there's a reason why you're there. There's a reason what you have to learn, and know that it is a moment. And this moment, you're going to get through it. And you're going to get through it, and something better and something more transitional and beautiful is going to show up. Being in that gratitude of being in a place that you don't like, being in a gratitude of even pain. When the pain is there, know that there is something good is going to happen. Something better is going to show up. So the gratitude for the good, it guides you through. It guides you through this, because when you're grateful for that isn't, then you're grateful for the good, because I'm prepared for whatever else is going to show up. And embracing all of that of life seasons. The key to self-mastering is molding who we are and learning and accepting all of those parts of ourselves and all of those places that you were that maybe you didn't like, but when you look at it, really gave you a lot of stamina, helped you to create something more in your life that you never thought you would. Maybe had you meet somebody. So every job that I've ever had, every single one, I've met beautiful people who I could pretty much say ended up being some of my clients as well, taking my courses and being a part of my life. Every time I worked at different jobs, new beautiful people would show up. Some for long, some are still here. Some were fleeting. They came in, they helped me in the most desperate situations, and then they're gone. Our alignment was no longer. We learned what we needed to learn, and we moved into the new directions that we had to go into. But so appreciative that they were there, that they were a part of that moment in my life. So now we are in this today and through this weekend, and as we build up to the full moon, on finding yourself where you can begin some affirmations and taking a moment and feeling those affirmations, feeling into your affirmations. And even if it's looking, maybe it's going in and looking at some Abraham Hicks or something, or somebody who's Danielle Laporte or somebody to maybe give you that little inspiration, or maybe it's just me, you know, to help you along your road, to give you that inspiration that you need in order to feel more in alignment with the beautiful person you are, and knowing that you are whole and holy, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what feels out of alignment, that you are always whole and holy. You are always full of grace, and you are all beautiful, beautiful lights that are shining. And as I, just closing my eyes right now and I see that light, it's like it's like when they send the lights up with the balloons and the candle and it goes off, and also with the boats that are set out upon the ocean at midnight, in the darkness, and the whole is just lit. That's what you are. You are these beautiful lights. So embrace it. Embrace it. You might find it's the moon is going to be basically void, of course, all through Aquarius. I love when things get into Aquarius, because sometimes it's just like, I'm going in my own spaceship far away. Don't bother me. I'm doing my own thing. So today is really could be a day of just sort of disconnecting from a lot of things that are around you, disconnecting from things that you might feel, I just need this time to breathe. So honoring yourself in that time and allowing yourself to breathe. So I am doing I'm doing a full moon mini readings. They're $25 if you're interested. Let me know. Just DM me. And or if you want to just make a coffee donation or a tea donation to me, thank you very much. You can do that. A few people have, and I like to say thank you because it did let me get my coffee. So that was so wonderful of you to do that for me. So, and you could do that you don't have to, if you don't want, you don't have to, the gurumama@gmail.com or PayPal. So, have a blessed day today. Go in grace in your day, and know that you are a child of the universe, and you are just as great as the stars and the trees and all that is in this earth. Blessed be, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Have a blessed one, everybody, and enjoy your Saturday. Bye-bye.